for a second to let us know we're good to go on the Q&A. But if you are with us on TikTok and Twitch, start dropping some likes or some comments for us. We're going to move over to that, and we'll start answering your questions. No, we'll be good in a second.
Yeah, that's all right. You guys have any bets on college football today?
Oh, yeah.
I took the
Listen to
Citadel
this.
because I like their name. I knew nothing about them. And last I looked before the podcast, I was up 13 zips. So I'll check it right now.
Yeah, I don't care to really bet college football that much.
I just like to pay attention to college football players. I don't necessarily love.
Yeah, I focus on who
There's 2 minutes
I
left.
focus on the
16-10.
prospects that are coming out.
We got a couple
for the draft.
Got a couple questions as we start here. Let me jump into a few. Dion asks, would you play Roschon Johnson, Chase Brown, or Rico Dwaddle this week?
Roschon Johnson.
Roschon Johnson?
Yep, that's what I would say.
I would say probably Roschon Johnson would be my number. The way that you listed them, Dion, I would go Roschon, then Chase Brown, then Rico Dwaddle in that order if you were picking. Let me see here. Who else we got? Angel asked, Broncos defense or Minnesota defense this week? Ben, what do you think on that?
I mean, I'm rolling with Broncos defense. So I'm going to say Broncos defense.
Yeah, I would take the Broncos defense, even though Minnesota has been playing well. I think Broncos defense is better. Chef wants to know, should he play Kareem Hunt or Trey Sermon this week? What do you think, Lewis?
I'm going to say Trey Sermon.
He's
Trey
so wrong.
Sherman. Okay,
No,
okay.
You play Kareem Hunt.
Hey, guys, I see everybody joining in
Yeah.
on the chat. Drop your questions, fantasy football questions in the chat. We are running over everything that comes up in the chat for you today.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase has – oh, okay.
For those who missed it, it was Kareem Hunt or Trey Sermon. You play Kareem Hunt.
I would play Kareem
You
Hunt.
play Trey Sermon.
No, I don't
Absolutely
think
not.
so. Let me see here. The next question was from Zoe. Zoe wants to know Wan'Dale Robinson or Brian Thompson. Which one would you go with this week?
Wandale.
I think I would go with Wan'Dale as well. He's going to get
Thomas?
more. Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would probably go with Wan'Dale over Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah, I would go with Wandale.
I just think he's going to get more targets, and if you're playing PPR, he's going to get more catches.
Yep.
I think that's
Easy
the move.
points.
Let me see here. Finn asks, would you go Downs, Josh Downs, or Dontavius Wicks?
Ooh, that's a good one, man.
That is deep cut.
I mean, Josh Downs looked really good with Flacco as a quarterback.
He did. I think
But I mean,
I think Downs just because we have.
I think you go with Wicks because it's just Jaden Reed and Wicks.
Oh, that is right. We do have.
Because Watson
Dube's not playing. And
Dubes
Watson
isn't playing and Watson's out.
Yeah,
so,
true.
So it's just Wicks and Reed.
Yeah, I would go with Wicks.
I'd go Wicks.
T.
Wicks.
Cardi asks, would you play Wicks, Christian Kirk, or Wan'Dale? I think Wan'Dale.
Wan'Dale.
And then I would go Kirk, and then I would go Wicks.
I don't like any Jacksonville Jaguar receivers.
I don't really like any. I don't trust anybody on Jacksonville enough to pick them over anybody else, Cardi. So I would definitely go with Wan'Dale in that situation. Like we said, heavy targets. I think is going to be this week. So I would go with them. Let me see what else we got here. Javier asks, Ford, Achane, Sermon, Hunt. Which two should he start? Looking for two starters in this situation.
Achane and Hunt.
You would go with Achane and Hunt?
Achane and Hunt.
I think I would go with Achane and Hunt as well. I think Ford would be my third option. Sermon be my fourth. Javier, if I was you, I would try to trade away Ford immediately if I could. Hey, guys, thank you for the likes and everything in the chat. Keep them up.
Ford and Sermon. That's my take. Sermon.
Ford and Sermon. Wow,
Yep.
exact opposite.
Yep.
Pretty wild. Okay. Mikey wants to know, should we drop Evan Ingram at this point in time? Are we done with Evan Ingram? Is that somebody we can drop?
I never was about Evan
Yeah,
Ingram. So,
that's
you
someone you
if
can
you
drop.
want.
I dropped him actually the second he got hurt.
Yeah, I did too. I just don't think like we said, Jaguars, not worth our time, I don't think. Gibson, wow, I read this wrong. Keaton asked, Gibson or Sermon?
Gibson, brother Gibson. I mean, this is a real choice for me, though, but I'm saying Gibson.
Absolutely.
I would Gibson over Sermon.
Brick, thanks for the follow, man. Appreciate it. If you got any questions, shoot them in chat. Let me see what else we got here. A couple of them coming in. Let me just scroll up. Sean wants to know, should I pick Geno up, or what quarterback can I go for in your free agency? What would be your
Geno's? I mean, I've seen Geno in a couple of leagues. So he's not like rostered.
Yeah, I don't think he's rostered very heavily. And if you're just using him, Sean,
if you're just like like
Yeah, if you need
patching
him for
a
the
bye
week.
or something,
Yeah.
I'd pick him up for that.
I would pick him up for that for sure. What else do we got here? Don asks, trade Adams for Flowers. He has Lamar. Don, I say no. I think you're downgrading heavily by
agreed.
going with Flowers instead of Adams in that situation. I don't think that's great. Brick, let me see what you got here, brother. He wants to know if you should play Hubbard or Moss this week. That is a good question, Brick. I would go with Hubbard. I don't think that he's fighting for carries as bad as Moss is fighting for carries.
Yeah,
And Moss is also playing the the Ravens.
Yeah.
But I think maybe Moss, but that's homer energy on my end because he's on my team.
I'd play Chubbard. Chubba Hubbard.
I would play Chubba Hubbard in that situation.
Chubbard.
Rex
Chubba
wants
Hubbard.
to know, would you play, Rex, you can't play Baker because he's already played, my friend. But I think that CJ might end up being just as good of a play as Baker was. That was his question, Stroud or Baker. So at this point in time, you have to go with CJ. But if you were looking for long-term for the entire season, which one do you think? Stroud? I think Stroud.
Over Baker?
Yeah, I would go Stroud over Baker just for now. I think that the offense is going to start clicking a lot better.
I don't know. That's tough.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Baker guy.
Let us know your questions, guys. Let us know your fantasy football questions. We are going in the chat. Any question that pops up, we will get you an answer on it. Next question comes: Tyler Kraft or McBride this week? I think you go Tyler Kraft because he's hurt. Because McBride is hurt. That is.
Hurt.
Art asks another tight end question. He wants to know Ferguson or Freiermuth. What do you guys think?
Ooh.
Freiermuth.
Freiermuth. I would
The
probably
homer
go.
in me wants to say Freiermuth.
I would probably go Freiermuth.
I'm going to just say Freiermuth.
Here's another homer question. It comes from CCD. He wants to know Allen or Fields. We're Pittsburgh Steelers fans, so that's what we mean by homer in that effect.
I'm going to say
I would go Allen.
I was going to say Allen.
Fields
yeah.
is going to do pretty
Yeah,
well, but
I
I
would
think
play-
Allen's going to be
he'd
better
still play.
CCD. I would go with him.
Still play Allen over Fields.
Rex wants to know Chris Olave or Marvin Harrison Jr. Olave versus the Chiefs. I don't know about that
I'm
one,
taking
man.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
I would take Marvin Harrison Jr. as
Yeah.
well in that situation. I don't think that Chris Olave does terrible, but I don't think he does like amazing. Rex says he's also a Steelers fan.
Here we go.
Yeah. Well, he says he has a Steelers basement all set up.
Oh, hell yeah,
yeah.
man.
We won this awesome picture of Troy Polamalu, dude. You gotta check that out. It's by a Pittsburgh painter. We'll have to his information's on our Facebook page. You'll have to go and check that out. Let's see what else we got here. Kyle, welcome to the chat, dude. Let us know if you got any questions in regard to fantasy football this week or any parlay questions. We'll answer parlay questions for you guys too. We're pretty adamant gamblers when it comes to football. So, Jarrah wants to know Taylor and Pickens for Kupp and Pittman. What do you think, Ben? JT and Pickens for Kupp and Pittman?
I'd do that.
I would do that as well. I think that's an okay trade.
It's an okay trade. I don't
think it's
know
all
if
right.
I necessarily would do that, but it's an all right trade.
Yeah, it's decent. Aaron M wants to know Zay Flowers or JSN this week. I think we would go with JSN. What do you think? Over
Yeah.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah.
I think
JSN.
so. He also asked Diggs or Flowers. Now, I would go Diggs first, then JSN, then Flowers last.
I think I agree with him.
Yeah.
Rex wants
In
to
that
know.
order. I agree.
Yeah, 100%. McBride or Kittle. Rex, the problem is we think that McBride's not going to be playing, so we think it's going to be Kittle. Ange wants to know, would you play Brian Thompson Jr. or Garrett Wilson? Good question, Ange. Thank you.
That is a good question. I think you got to go with Garrett Wilson because the Jaguars look so bad that's kind of a tough predicament to be in.
Ange, are you going to be up at 9:30 in the morning to watch Garrett Wilson? Because that might be a part of my answer. I would go with
sleep
Garrett
through
Wilson.
it. Get rid of it. You don't even have to pay attention.
Yeah.
He's been frustrating.
Would you go Garrett Wilson? We got a couple more.
Yeah,
coming
I
in.
still would play Garrett Wilson over Thomas Jr.
Drew wants to know, trade Tyreek and Aaron Jones for Nico and Pollard. What do you think about that?
That's a pretty fair trade. I don't know if I would do that, though.
I don't think I would.
Held
Andrew.
on Tyreek so long. I think he's going to bounce back. I think Tua will be coming back eventually. I think you want to hold on to Tyreek.
Yeah, I think that you want to hold on. If you
Yeah, I
have
agree.
Tyreek and Jones, I would hold on to them. Rex, Tyreek Hill or Zay Flowers? Clearly,
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill.
What is up with these Zay Flower questions?
Oh, man.
I lost my bet in the last
Looks
2
like
minutes.
Citadels losing now for the
It's
Lou
over.
boy.
It's final. It's
Oh,
done.
that sucks.
17-16.
And starting Brees Hall 2-2. So gonna have. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to wake up early.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so are we. I mean, I'm waking up early in the morning to watch that football game. I kind of love it. Drew, I seen you just popped in back into chat. If you missed the answer to your question, we think that you should keep the players that you have. We don't think that you should trade away Tyreek and Aaron Jones. Let me see what else we got here, guys. Just moving up. Tucker asks, you guys think Wilson will do anything? He's my starter, and he's considered benching him. That's who we were just talking about, Garrett Wilson. I think that he has to.
Yeah, he does have to.
I think that it's time that he has to start coming together. It's a hard week for him to do so against the Vikings.
Yeah,
but
I mean, if he doesn't do anything this week, I mean, it's time to sit him.
Yeah, or consider maybe trading him.
Try trading him.
Yeah.
Just something.
Andrew asks, Thomas Jr. or Higgins this week? Which one would you go with?
Going Higgins.
You would go Higgins? I think I
so.
would. I think that either option might be good for you there, Andrew. But Thomas Jr. is the way that I lean just a little bit more. Ben, what do you think? Break the ice. Do you think it's
Higgins?
Higgins? Okay. Well, they're saying Higgins, so I would stick on that.
I like Higgins.
Let me see here. Ishmael, welcome to the chat, man. If you got any questions, drop them in. Let me see. The next question I have is from Gio, who asks, Jamar Chase or Jaden Reed? Ben, what do you think on that one? I think that I would probably go with Jaden Reed against the Rams defense. The Rams defense.
I would do that. I would do the same.
I don't think the Rams defense is any good, guys. I would go with the Packers player in that situation.
I'm with them.
Yeah.
Let me see. Rex asked Bijan or Saquon. Well, Bijan played,
Bijan
Rex.
played.
But
Saquon's on bye.
Saquon's on bye. He's probably meaning for the rest of the season. And in
You
that
gotta run
effect, Saquon.
Yeah,
I would go
Saquon.
Saquon. If you have Saquon and someone's trying to trade for him and give you Bijan, I would ask for a lot to go along with it. Brandon, welcome to the chat, man. If you got any questions in regard to fantasy football, drop them in, man. We are taking questions live now. Let me see what else we got from earlier. I know there was a couple that were just hanging out that we missed while we were talking. Would you play Purdy or Lamar this week?
Lamar.
Lamar? Okay. I would go with Lamar as well. Sam, what's up? Nick, what's up? Welcome to the chat, guys. Drop your fantasy football questions in. If you got any, we're answering all fantasy football questions you may have. Let me see what else I got.
Any questions? Doesn't even have to be fantasy football.
Yeah, you could ask us about college football tonight. We'll give you an answer. Question here is half PPR, Wandell Robinson, JSN, Flowers, Tank Dell. Which two would you take?
Tank Dell, Wandale.
I would go Wandell, Tank Dell as well. My third option would be JSN. Flowers would be last.
I would do Wandale Robinson and JSN.
Okay. Con asks, pick two, Josh Downs, Wandell, Zay Flowers, Kirk. I would go Wandell and probably Flowers. Or no, I would go Wandell and Downs, Con. I think those are your best two options for that. I don't like Zay Flowers at all. And Kirk, I don't trust. We just don't trust any Jaguars, so I wouldn't go with them. Caden, how's it going, man? Welcome to the live chat. If you got any fantasy football questions, drop them in here for us, buddy. What else do we got here? Anybody else?
I can't believe the Citadel lost in the last 2 minutes.
What's that?
That team lost.
Yeah, dude.
In the last 2 minutes, they were up all game. Up
Citadel.
before the podcast, up during the whole podcast.
I heard you over here, and I was like, what's he? Caden has a question for us. He wants to know Purdy or Fields this week. Well, Caden, we are Steelers fans to heart, but I think that Purdy against Arizona is probably the better pick.
I disagree. I
You
said
think
earlier,
Fields?
I thought Purdy was going to have a little bit
Fantasy
of a
wise,
stinker.
I would play Fields over
Yep.
Purdy.
You'd play Fields? Okay, they're saying Fields. 2-1. I would go with Fields then, Caden. Rex, who has a better trade? CeeDee Lamb and Derrick Henry or Bijan and Justin Jefferson? Yeah, no problem, Caden. Make sure you're following us, man. We're live every Tuesday and Saturday. We do this every single time. We have a
And
full live podcast.
the CeeDee Lamb, Derrick Henry is the better side of that trade.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caden. Nick, welcome back. Sadiq, welcome. Let me see here. You think that getting Bijan and Jefferson is better?
No, I think keep CD and
Oh, yeah,
Henry.
CD and Henry is probably the better option in my opinion as well. What else we got here, guys? Drop your questions in here. We're going over anything you got here. We just watched the Citadel lose a lead,
Womp, womp,
and
womp.
our Saturday parlay is apparently busted on lose end.
It wasn't even a parlay. I
unfortunately.
just took the Citadel straight up.
Justin, Mabs, what's up, guys? How you doing? If you got any fantasy football questions in regard to this week, let us know. We are asking anything. Yeah, Rex, on that end, just thinking about some different stuff, I wouldn't trade away those players. If you've got any guys deeper in your bench, let us know, like, who's your possible sits that you think about each week, or guys you might be bringing off the bench. Maybe we can help you try to figure out a way to trade one of those guys away and get something better. But those big names that you dropped, I would just keep them all. Looks like TikTok hates us today, guys.
Slow Saturday.
Yeah, slow Saturday.
big
Justin,
deal.
I mean, it's nice out today.
Yeah,
it is a nice day out
It's a nice
today.
day.
I guess it depends on where you are since we're broadcasting
Yeah.
worldwide. Justin wants to know, would you trade Bijan and JMO for ETN and Metcalf?
Bijan and JMO for Etienne and Metcalf. No. No, I would keep Bijan and JMO.
I would keep...
Despite Bijan
Oh, I'm
being
sorry. I
frustrated.
apologize. It wasn't Bijan. It was Brian. Yes, I would. Brian
Oh.
brought Gunshot and JMO. Yes.
Yeah, I would do that.
I would do that. I think Metcalf is better than JMO, and I think that Etienne is a little bit less than Robinson, but I think you're getting the better end of the trade there, Justin, by going with getting those two players. Not a bad trade option at all. What do you think, Ben?
No,
That's
I
decent?
like it.
You like
I like
it?
it.
Okay. Let me see. Anything else? Was there any other crazy news that had come in this week that we had not covered at all? I don't think so. I think we got
No. I
everything.
I think we got it covered. The
Guys,
basics.
where do you think the Devontae Adams ends up? Let us know that in the chat too. If you don't have any other questions, let us know what you think's going on there. For me, as I still think it's the Jets. Number 2 option is the Saints. 3 is the Steelers, but we'll see.
Like a distant third, though.
Ooh, DK or Collins? Ronaldo, welcome to the chat, man. I would probably go with Collins over
Yeah,
DK.
Nico.
Yep, I'd go Nico over
I think
DK
that,
as well.
I think that Nico is number 1 right now across the league,
Yep.
so why not go with him? He has the most receptions and everything. Ronaldo, thanks for the question. Darnold or Purdy?
Ooh,
Darnold.
I would probably
Easy.
I would probably go with Darnold. Ronaldo, wake up early, get your tea and crumpets, and watch the London game.
So I'm going Darnold.
Or Rolando. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong, brother. Yeah, you would go with who?
I'm going with Darnold too.
Yeah, I think Darnold's the best play in that situation. Regardless of the Jets' defense being decent, I think that he has a better game than Purdy does. Guys, let us know. We'll keep this going here for about another 10 minutes. If it dies down, we'll call it early today. No big deal. We've been going for an hour and a half now. If you got any questions in regards to your fantasy football team this week, any of your NFL bets that you may have, drop them in our chat below. We're live. We're answering anything you got for us. You can ask us math questions. We won't get them
Yeah.
right, but we'll answer them.
Give us a like and subscribe on YouTube. Leave a comment. You can win one of these shirts.
Sutton or Jennings? Rolando, that is a little harder. I'm going to let Ben take that one. Would you take Sutton or Jennings this week?
Sutton.
I think I would take Sutton too. Rolando, a reason why is just that Jennings gets bogged down with how many other good players are on that team.
Yeah, and
Sutton is
Sutton's-
kind of highlighted.
He's the only.
Yeah.
He's their top.
He's
wide
their top wide
receiver.
receiver.
So-
Yeah, I would go with him for sure. He's going to get the most chances at a deep route catch. I would just stay with him. Slime, Noah, what's up, man? You got any questions in regard to your fantasy football team, brother? We're just going through anything that's around. Slime asks, Akers or Sermon? That is a great question. What do you think, Lou? I'm leaning Sermon over Akers.
I'm also leaning Sermon over Akers. And I'm starting Akers in the league, but I wish I was starting Sermon.
Yeah, I think that Sermon against the Jaguars is the worst defense, so I would go with them. Everyone joining the chat, Jerry, Connor, Ant, what's up, guys? Fantasy football questions, drop them in the chat. We're answering anything you got for us.
Yeah.
Rolando, thank you, man. I appreciate the follow. Welcome to the team,
Yeah.
dude. We got you every single Tuesday, Saturday. We're live. We cover anything you guys got for us. We are here for you, free of charge. Painless, what's up, man? Noah, thank you for the follow. Nick, Champ, guys, welcome to the chat.
Welcome. Thank
Henry,
you.
welcome to the chat. Let us know. Drop questions below. We're answering them live for you. Anything in regards to your fantasy football team, we're here. And that's what we're here for.
So,
we're starting to fill up now. People are starting to join.
There's a paid UFC fight tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, there is a paid UFC fight tonight. Rolando asks, Schultz or Gesicki? I think Schultz. I was kind of hard on Gesicki. I thought he was going to be a little bit more than he is. Baltimore defense doesn't really give me a shining star to play a guy against. I would probably go with Schultz this week, man. Connor, is Sam Darnold a good start this week? Yeah, we think he's one of the premier starts this week.
Yeah,
I would put him in my top 5 quarterback starts for this week, man. Rex, thanks for the follow, brother. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Caesar,
man.
welcome to the chat. Looks like we're starting to fill up a little more here, guys. Let us know your fantasy football questions for this week. If you're on the edge of picking this guy or this guy to play, let us know. We got an answer for you. We got a bunch of trophies under our belt. I won't point at who has the most trophies, but it might be this guy. Let us know. Noah asks, BTJ or Jordan Addison? Would you rather play Addison or Thomas Jr.?
I would rather play Addison.
I think I would play Addison as well. I'd
rather definitely play Addison over.
Yeah, I think that Jefferson takes up so much of the attention of the Jets defense that
Addison
able to get
feasts.
open. Yeah, Addison feasts. Micah asks, who you're starting out? Who are you starting out of these players? Sermon can get Akers, Dowdle, or Tracy though. Would you start Sermon, Akers, Dowdle, or Tracy? I think Sermon.
Sermon and then Tracy.
I think Sermon, then Tracy as well. Akers third, Dwaddle third. I don't even know if I ever say his name right. Is it Dwaddle?
Dowdle?
Dowdle?
Dowdy?
He sucks.
Dowdle?
Next question. How about this one? Flacco, Rodgers, or Williams? You going old or young?
I think I'm going to take Flacco.
I would say Flacco as well. I think Flacco's the best choice in that situation. Ben?
Rodgers.
He would go Rodgers. Okay, so Rodgers or Flacco. Williams is a hard no. Landon, Kareem Hunt, or Tank Dell in the flex spot. What do you guys think?
Kareem Hunt.
I'm going Kareem Hunt as well. I would go running back over wide receiver in a flex spot. Freddie traded Scary Terry and Najee for Tony Pollard and Brian Thomas Jr. What are your thoughts on that one?
I think that's a pretty fair trade. I think I kind of like the other guys. He got more than what you got, but I don't think it's a bad trade by any means.
I don't think it's a bad trade for you, Freddie. I do think that what you had might have been a little bit better, but you didn't kill yourself doing that. Let me see here. Rolando asked Kareem Hunt or Madison this week. I think Madison over Kareem Hunt. What do you think?
I think Kareem Hunt.
You think Kareem Hunt? What do you
He's huge on Kareem Hunt this week.
Yeah,
I'm saying Madison.
I'm big
He's
on
Kareem and Hunt.
He's
I would go with Madison as well there, Rolando. Miami Fresh goes Hubbard or Sermon. I think Hubbard.
I think you got to go.
You got to go Hubbard in that situation. You think Hubbard as well?
Yeah.
Hubbard. Noah asks Kareem, Akers, or Sermon in the running back 2 spot. Ooh, in that situation, I would go Kareem 1, Sermon 2, Akers 3. You guys agree with me?
Yeah.
I'm taking Sermon first, but yeah, in general.
Okay. Freddie goes in a different league. He traded Scary Terry and Bucky Irving for Bijan. I think that's a little bit better, dude.
Yeah, that's a great trade, I think.
Oh, Zach Moss, Sermon, or who was the last player, producer Paul? Zach Moss or Sermon? I would go
Zach Moss.
Zach Moss. He's produced more. Sermon has never had an amazing game in his entire career yet. So I would go, Moss. Kevin asks, Zay or Shaheed? What do you think? Zay Flowers or Shaheed?
Shaheed.
I would go Shaheed. Justin says,
gets targeted more.
Hubbard or Hunt? I would go Hubbard over Hunt.
Agreed.
Rex asked Jennings for Judy. Would you make that trade? Probably. I think Judy has a better rest of the season than Jennings does.
That's a fine trade. I'm not huge on Jerry Judy, but I think that's a fine trade.
Yeah. Blake, you wouldn't do that? You keep Jennings?
I would not trade for Jerry Judy.
I wouldn't trade for Jerry Judy either, but I think I think it's a fine trade. If you like Jerry Judy and you want Jerry Judy, I think Juwan Jennings is a fine 1-to-1 swap.
Yeah, for sure. Blake asks, would you go James Cook or James Conner this week? Ben, what do you think? James Conner, James Cook. I go James Cook.
I would go James Cook in this one.
James Cook.
James Conner plays the
I think
49ers.
James
Harder
Conner,
defense.
Yeah, he kind of has a hard time with that Niners defense.
Who's a safer start, ETN, Stevenson, or Sermon? I think it goes in this order, man. ETN, Sermon, Stevenson. Stevenson got the boot. He's number 2 running back now.
Yeah.
Sermon is number 1 in the Colts, even though he's a nobody. I think he's the better option there. You agree with me on that one?
No, I would go ETN, Stevenson, then Sermon.
ETN, Stevenson, then Sermon. Okay.
I go Sermon, Etienne.
Sermon number 1.
Yeah, Stevenson.
Oh, wow. User asked McLaurin or Brian Thomas Jr. Which one would you go with?
McLaurin.
Lindman asks Richardson or Darnold next week. Next week. I think no matter what, Darnold.
I think Darnold, too.
Yeah. Do you think Richardson ever takes Darnold's spot as a fantasy football start? I don't think so either.
No.
I think Darnold's on a run. I think it would stay with him, man. User asked Sermon, Akers, Madison. I go Madison, Sermon, Akers. That'd be my
Sermon.
Yep. Justin asks, is it safe to assume Chubb will be at least a running back 2 once he's back in full action? Yeah. I think
hope
Nick
so.
Chubb goes back to a running back 2 status.
If. It's a big if.
Yeah,
As
big
long
if.
as he's fully healthy.
Yeah,
As long as he's fully healthy, I think so.
it's a big if. That was a bad injury.
Yeah, and it's the second one, too. Noah, Addison is a good flex for this week. Yes, sir. I think he is a good flex for this week. DJ, Jettas or Tyreek and Kenneth Walker? Would you trade Jettas for Tyreek and Kenneth Walker? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
DJ, go make that trade. If they're going to give that up for you, take those 2 players for 1. That's a great 2
that's
for
great
1.
value.
That's a
Yeah.
great
That's
trade,
awesome.
dude. Go for it. Are we excited about Sunday Night Football, Lindman?
Hell yeah.
Betcha, brother. We're super excited about it.
I cannot wait.
Super excited about that. Also super excited about the London football game. I love that morning football game. Super excited about that as well. Guys, welcome to the chat. We're starting to pick up in the number of people in chat. Guys, ask us questions,
let us
fantasy
know.
football or betting related or just football questions in general. That's what we're here for. We absolutely love having our Q&A talk time with you guys. We
Yeah.
set a whole extra hour after the live podcast we do just to talk to you. So let us know. What's our podcast schedule, Noah? We do every Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Tuesday, we also do a waiver wire more ended show, and that's at 7 p.m. Eastern. We will always have a live notification up for you. So
And we always do Q&A after.
And we always do a Q&A after. So around an hour after our show, we do a Q&A with you guys. So stick tuned for all of that. We have a great time, and we love to do it. Do we film in Pittsburgh? Yes, we do. We're from the Pittsburgh area. Rex wants to know, would you go Nico Collins or Marvin Harrison Jr.? I think I'm going Nico Collins.
Nico Collins.
Nico Collins.
Yeah.
too.
Even if
Not-
it was,
I mean, like, it's not like a wild. market.
yeah, it's just the
I agree with that.
49ers. I think the 49ers is what
Yep.
changes it for me. The fact that Nico's playing the Jaguars is just overboard. Jester wants to
He's not playing
know,
the Jaguars.
what are some good bets for the Texans versus Bills game?
Keon Coleman touchdown.
I would say, Jester, the over is a good look. I would go with that. Outside of that game, other good bets that we were talking
the spread
about.
money line on it? Do you know off the top of your head?
On the Jets Bills, I believe it was 1. It is 1. It's 1 in favor of the Houston Texans.
Texans, Bills. I'm taking the Bills.
I would take the Bills plus 1 as well. That's not bad. Outside of that, just real quickly, because I want to get to these next couple questions we have here, Lou. It's just you and me now.
Yeah.
I like the under in the Miami Dolphins game. I like the Commanders to win their game as well. Let me see. The next question here was from Rex. Favorite Pittsburgh Steelers player all time? He doesn't ask all time, but I'm asking, do you mean all time, Rex? If you mean all time, my favorite player is
I was going to say it's probably
Troy.
Paul Malu.
Current favorite
Hines Ward, honorable mention.
Current favorite would probably be
Pickens is my current favorite.
Maybe Pickens, maybe Joey Porter Jr. for
Minka
me.
Fitzpatrick.
Lidman, are
And
we
Watt,
going to
obviously.
the game?
We love Watt.
Unfortunately, we're not going to the game
Yeah,
because we
I wish.
One day when our podcast makes a ton of money, maybe we'll go to games then.
Podcast right from
We'll
live
podcast
from
from the
Acrisure Stadium.
Noah asks, will Kittle play? I think Kittle's going to play, man.
I think he's going to play
It's the
as
same injury as last week, and he played through it. So I think that he plays, Noah. Danny wants to know, Shaheed or Ayuk? That's a 50.
Yeah, it is a
50.
50-50, man. I'm going to say Ayuk. I think he
safer.
finally gets a good game. He's playing against the Cardinals. The Cardinals defense is not that good.
No.
I think Ayuk, this may be the week he finally gets a touchdown or does something.
Yeah, I think that Ayuk is the safer play. I think if you're looking for who has the potential of a higher ceiling, I think the higher ceiling potential is in Rashid. Rex says, I miss Antonio Brown. Oh, you miss the triple Bs?
Oh, I do too, dude.
We do
Bees,
too.
Man.
We also miss that half of them don't have their brain cells working correctly, unfortunately, and they act crazy on social media. But Antonio Brown is funny on Twitter. He be saying some wild
me. He's out of
stuff.
pocket, but he cracks me up.
Sid, welcome to the live. Everyone, let us know if you got any fantasy football questions or questions in general for football. AJ, welcome into the chat, man. Rex goes, I know. Yeah, dude.
Feels.
Other than that, the person who asked about our betting stuff, we also liked a couple other things. I think we both like the Packers.
I like the Packers. I like the Saints over the
Saints minus
I don't
5.5.
have that as a bet yet, but I will place it as a bet before the weekend is over.
Yeah, I like Saints minus
plus
as well.
5.5.
Or plus 5.5. Schultz, what's up, buddy? Maya, what's up? If you got any fantasy football questions, we are live and taking your questions. Anything regarding football, whether it's bets, whether it's fantasy football, whether it's just a question because you're a fan of football. Noah, Kraft or Kittle. So I believe that is actually a good setup for you because both of them play at 425. So what I would do is I would just have, if you don't have Kraft on your roster yet, just keep him in the watch area there. Play Kittle. And then if you get some sort of news that he's not supposed to play,
then play Kraft.
Yeah,
I think you start Kittle there.
Yeah. No, the guy's name's Tucker Kraft. Yeah, no. Yeah, you're good. Abe asks, should he play Fields or Purdy? I think we covered that one. Fields. You like Fields.
I like Fields.
I still think that Purdy is a good play. He plays Arizona's defense. They suck. Rex has got a hot one for us here. One of my leagues, I have JJ. Oh, my gosh, dude. There's only 4 people in this league. Rex, you got to put that first, not second, dog. He says he's got JJ, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Marvin Harrison Jr.
You sit Garrett Wilson, if that's what you're asking.
I guess. Gabe, you're
that's
absolutely welcome. Yeah, shoot us some more questions, guys.
Yes.
It looks like we're getting close to time we're going to end. Me and Lou are definitely down to hang out with you and answer any questions. If you don't have any more, that's fine. We'll just sit here and talk and hang out with you. But we will end it soon just because
Saturday.
It's Saturday. Abe, thank you for the rose, dude. I really appreciate it, man. You're 14 roses. He's the first one to gift today. Thank you so much, Abe. We don't have a lot of gifters, so anytime anyone gifts us, we really do appreciate it. We'll add you to our sign that apparently has died, the battery, and it died while we were live. Didn't even notice that, but we're going to add you to our sign, and we'll make sure we have a better battery on it that says Abe on it. Rex, he also has Olave, Drake London on the bench. Dude, you can't play in a 14 fantasy football league like that. You're just spoiling yourself too much. Joseph, what's up, man? You got any fantasy football questions in regards to this week? We are answering anything you got, anything that you're interested in. Yeah, Rex. Yeah, he sent the laughing, crying emoji.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, dog, you're killing yourself. Noah Allen, what about him, dude? Oh, I thought you did you just have to go tinkle? Yeah. Oh, welcome back to the podcast, Ben Yaconis. What do you mean, Noah? What in regards to Allen? I don't see. He doesn't say. He just said Allen. Oh.
Play him.
Play him. Let me see. What else do we got here? Is there any awesome college football games on tonight that you know?
Not that I know off the top of my head.
I bet you I can find out with the click of a button. Right now, no, these games all suck. Ole Miss, South Carolina looks decent. Rex, Jake Ferguson over Tucker Kraft. Yeah, all day, bro. Jake Ferguson's like their number 2 wide receiver, basically. I would stick with him. Tito's, what's up, dog? You got any fantasy football questions? Stroud or Stafford? Oh, my dude, Stroud all day. Just dump Stafford. You don't even want him on your team anymore, to be honest. There's probably another guy that you could pick up who's a little bit better than him. Just given he doesn't have any of his wide receivers, he's really not worth it anymore. Do you think so? I mean, he's a good player.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's probably a Hall of Famer, but yeah, you play Stroud.
Stroud all day. Yeah, bro.
I mean,
yeah.
so the college football, what's crazy about this is Miami and Cal are playing, and it's an ACC matchup because Cal is in the ACC.
Yeah, that's weird.
Right against the Pacific Coast sounds just like the team for the ACC.
Yeah, the Atlantic.
Coastal Conference.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
Cal.
Excuse me. 2 questions in, guys. First one was from Rex. He wants to know Kyle Pitts or Tucker moving forward. I think Kyle Pitts.
I think Kyle Pitts. I've been rocking Kyle Pitts all year. He did nice the other day.
He's been getting more looks now that Kirko's playing quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
Tito, that is really funny. He had asked us Stroud or Stafford, and he goes, I didn't need Stafford. I meant Darnold. He typed Stanford. He typed Stanford even, but Darnold, dude.
I think Darnold over Stroud.
Darnold over Stroud only by a little bit, but for the rest of the season, I think Stroud is better. But I just think for this week,
Stroud's a better quarterback.
Stroud's a better quarterback. But
I think he's
Darnold. I almost said Stanford. I think Darnold is the better play. Noah asked, "What do you like this lineup? Is this lineup good?" His quarterback is Allen. His running backs are Bijan and Akers. His wide receivers are Debo and Thomas Jr., Kittle at tight end, and then he's playing Hunt at flex. Would you feel comfortable with that team this week?
I feel comfortable enough.
I think your worst spot, man, might be Akers.
That's what I was going to say.
Are you able to move Hunt up into running back 2, Akers down the flex, and then what would be another option from your bench that you
see if
play?
you can flex.
Yeah, let us know. If you have something else that you can play instead of Akers, I just don't trust him.
Yeah, I'm playing Akers this week, though. I have to, so.
Baker or Darnold? Rex, do you mean for the season? Because if we're talking for the season, I'm honestly going to go with Baker. Baker.
That's tough. I'm taking Baker, too.
He's just throwing yards up, dude. It's like you can almost another thing for parlays. Yeah, season. Yeah, Baker, dude.
Yeah, season Baker.
I think that Baker, you could almost bet that he will get plus 300 yards almost any game.
Yeah, easy.
What's up, everybody joining in the chat? Make sure you like, subscribe, follow. We're answering any fantasy football questions. We're on the back end of our podcast here we just had. We're in our Q&A section. If you have anything that you want to ask us in regards to football or your fantasy football team for the rest of the season, trade you might be making, questions about your lineups, shoot them into the comments here. We will gladly answer them for you. Slime, Noah. On his bench. Here you go. You got it for me. Oh, dude, no. We gotta take Akers out. Let me tell you who he can play instead of Akers.
Let's hear it.
He's got Sermon, Madison, Mostert, or Addison.
Oh, I think
Addison
is the clear one.
Addison.
Yeah, put Jordan Addison in there. You don't need to be playing Akers. Now, I understand he is playing against the Jags, and we've been talking this whole time that the Jags defense sucks. Or no, he doesn't play the Jags.
Against the Jags.
That's the Colts. Who do they play? Bills.
Yeah.
Bills.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go with that.
Yeah, no, I would start Hunt in one of your RB spots.
RB2, yeah.
And then flex Addison.
Yeah, flex Addison, dude. Don't play Akers. No. I don't think Akers is worth your time. I think you'll be disappointed. Angel, what's up? You got any questions in regard to your fantasy team? We're just going through the last couple questions that we may get here, guys. We'll probably go for about another 5-8 minutes unless it gets crazy in here. Did you say something, Producer Paul? All right. Man, we need him to, I don't know.
What do you mean?
What?
I feel like we need him Jamie style, like
Jamie on the mug.
Oh, yeah. We don't have that set up, though.
Yeah, Noah. Noah says he'll be tuning in on Tuesday. He's going to run with what we got.
Hell yeah, man.
Noah, absolutely, brother.
Hell yeah,
we
dude.
appreciate you, man. This is
hope
what
our
we're
advice.
looking for.
Yeah. Hope our advice is going to work for you.
I hope it does too, Noah. We appreciate the way that you were in the chat with your questions and everything. Man. That's what we like. We'll break down everything for you guys. We don't care. Anything else? Tyler, welcome to the chat, man. You got any fantasy football questions? We're just wrapping up the end of our show here. If you got anything in regards to your team or any of your parlays or bets this weekend, shoot them in. Rex, let me see here. He says this is his team. He's got Baker, Brees, Josh Jacobs, Nico, DK, his tight end, Jake Ferguson, his flex, Amari Cooper. 8-man league. Do you like it?
I love it. I think that sounds like a strong team.
It's a pretty good team.
It's okay.
Mm-hmm. Who's first player off the bench that fights with Amari Cooper for your flex spot, Rex? Because I will say that I am benching Amari Cooper this week for, I think I plugged in Addison. I think Addison, in my mind, beat out Cooper. So, Rogers, what's up, man? You got any questions in regards to your fantasy football team this week? We're just going over a couple last questions here before we get off the live for today. Rex, definitely let us know what you got. User asked, pick 2, Jennings, DJ Moore, Sutton. I would go DJ Moore, Sutton. You guys,
I'm with him.
Any different than that? DJ Moore, Sutton?
Yeah, I think Rex responded.
Oh, Rex, he did respond. He's got A.J. Brown, but he's hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I would just hold your horses.
Hold tight.
Then. Yeah,
sounds like a good team to me.
Absolutely. Let us know, guys. You got any other questions here in the last couple minutes? We're probably going to be closing up. We'll probably do by maybe 5 more questions. Shoot them into chat. Let us know. We will answer anything you got for us. Brett, what's up, man? Any fantasy football questions? Shoot them in chat for us, man.
I think it's a good time to wrap it up.
I think we're probably, it sounds like it's a good time to wrap it up.
Anytime we have the silent law,
Yeah.
it's about the
Time to wrap it up.
Rex, don't play Sutton. Keep Sutton on the bench.
Keep something on the bench.
Yeah, keep something on the
100%.
bench.
With what you got, keep.
Hey, just want to shout out to everybody who watched today and was interactive with us during our
Thank
Q&A.
you guys so much.
We love doing this portion of the show. We love doing the podcast as well.
Yeah.
But, I mean, to be able to sit down and talk to you guys and try to help
Shoot
you.
the shit casually. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome. So thank you again for joining the show today. Top gifter was Abe. Shout out to Abe.
Shout out Abe.
Thank you. Remember, guys,
Doing
if
Abe
you're
with
watching here, we do have a T-shirt contest that we are going to announce on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Go over to our YouTube page. Make sure you're subscribing to our channel. Once you do, drop a comment below.
Drop a comment so
with
we
your
can
name.
see it. Yeah.
And then we will have it live on air on Tuesday. We'll pull names from a hat. We have 2 shirts to give away, and we'll be sending those out to you guys, to the winners. So make sure you're
wherever you're
participating.
at.
Free T-shirt, and it's a
It's a
quality
nice
brand
T-shirt.
T-shirt as well. What days are we live, Rex? Saturday, and then we're also on Tuesday at 7 p.m. every single week, dude. Last question in closing, Nico. Kyler or Fields? I would go with Kyler because he has Marvin Harrison Jr. Stack them together, Kyler and Marvin together. I think so. He's going to tell you to play Fields because he's been saying that the entire time.
I'm going to say play Fields. I don't always love the stack because if they don't go off, then you get the double whammy.
Get the double bust. Yeah, for sure. If you want to play it safe, Nico, then go with Fields, I would say. Anyways, guys, from Ben, from Lou, from myself, thank you for watching. Make sure that you guys are following us on YouTube. We're also on Twitch Live. If you're not a TikToker, you can catch us there, as well as anything to catch up on us. Yeah,
TikTok,
Spotify,
YouTube, Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
We're all across it.
Yeah, check us out on all of our social medias. Like I said, if you're here on TikTok right now, you can catch the everything in our bio. I have it all listed there for you. Rex, last question, and we're going to close out. He says, love or Fields? Answer?
Fields.
Love.
Have a good afternoon, guys. We'll talk to you next week.